Hello, everyone. My name is Adriana Herrera, and I will be talking to you guys about mitosis and the effects it has on the healing process when it comes to the skin. The first thing I am going to be talking about is what is in a cell. And from the outside going in, the first thing that we will see is the cell membrane, and that's a barrier that separates the cell from its surroundings. The second would be the mitochondria, which converts nutrients into energy for the cell. And then the third thing we would see is the cytoplasm, which is fluid that holds various cell parts together. The fourth thing that we would see going in would be the endoplasmic reticulum, and that holds ribosomes, which are important for the production of the body's proteins, which is protein synthesis. And then the last thing that we would see in the center would be the nucleus, and this basically holds or stores the genetic information in the form of DNA, which is what we know as the nuclear DNA. So I'm going to be going through the stages of mitosis. There are 5 stages that I will be describing. It's interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. So what happens during interphase? So it starts with 46 single chromatid chromosomes, and this is the beginning before DNA replication happens. After interphase, we head over to prophase, and this is the duplication process. So DNA replication occurs during this phase, and one single strand is copied identically, and after replication of the old strand, a new identical strand appears in the cell's nucleus. Now we're going to talk about metaphase, and this is where now the double chromatic chromosomes will line up in the middle of the cell, directly lining up with their centromeres. The second to the last stage is anaphase, and this is where the split occurs. There is a split that will happen half down their centromeres. Each chromatid goes to either side of the cell. The last phase is telophase, and this is the pinch. The cell pinches in the middle, creating 2 identical cells that contains 46 single chromatid chromosomes each. These 2 new cells are called the daughter cells, and they're exact replicas of the original. The healing process. So what part does mitosis play when you cut deeply into your skin after a fall? So there are 2 layers of skin that have to be penetrated. The first layer is the epidermis. This is the top layer of skin that contains hardened cells, which are constantly being shed and renewed. Now the second layer is called the dermis. This layer under the epidermis contains blood vessels and nerve endings. If you see the illustration, we will be able to see from the top, which is the epidermis, down to the dermis, and all the way down, which is the fatty tissue, and so on. On the top layer of skin, which is the epidermis, mitosis happens every single day due to wear and tear. Constant replenishment is needed of the skin cells. After obtaining a cut through the epidermis and into the dermis, mitosis goes into overdrive. After a fall that results in a deep cut into the dermis, the affected area goes through 4 stages: homeostasis, inflammation, proliferate, and remodel. During the homeostasis stage, platelets form a blood clot, which causes the bleeding of the affected area to stop. During the inflammation stage, a scab is formed on the surface of the wound, and white blood cells, which are called neutrophils, are sent to the wound site to kill harmful bacteria. And during the proliferate stage, fibroblast cells are sent to the wound's location to produce collagen to replace that blood clot. On the last stage, the remodeling happen. So growth and replacement is in full effect. Mitosis is constantly happening during this stage because it is growing and replacing the cells that have been damaged due to the fall. So finally, due to mitosis, the somatic cells are able to heal and regenerate the affected area of the body, including cuts from a fall, so that you can enjoy the activities that you love. And thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.